Hey Love Muffins, I promised Tori that I would show you guys Bulletproof Coffee. Now, Bulletproof Coffee, for those of you who love creamer, can sometimes hit the spot when you've been eating and drinking a lot of flavored creamers and you're worried about your sugar, and plus the hydrogenated oils and artificial stuff that's in creamers are not good for you. And I know, I'm a coffee girl and I love my creamer, and at one time I was probably drinking, I would imagine, 300 calories a day in creamer alone because I drink so much coffee. Bulletproof Coffee is coffee that is made with coconut oil and butter, believe it or not, grass-fed butter. I use Kerrygold. My husband always makes a joke that no matter what you do, you just can't get that grass to eat butter, or the butter to eat grass or something like that. But anyway, I use good Irish unsalted butter when I do this, and I tend to do it after a workout or first thing in the morning because it's very satisfying. It's a healthy source of really good fats that are those slippery fats that keep your veins from getting clogged up, and it helps your body choose fat. This is the theory, and some research proves this out. It helps your body choose fat as its first fuel of choice. So when you're looking to lose weight, you really want to be sure that you're losing fat and not just fluid and muscle, so that you have sustained weight loss. So here's what you do. It's really simple. You take a blender or an immersion blender, whichever one you have. If you have a stick, you can use that as well. I don't. I just have a regular ordinary blender. You take a cup of hot coffee, and I actually like a little bit more than a cup, so I do about 1.25 cups. Because I usually have 12 ounces of coffee at a time. I don't really think I have coffee cups that are a lot smaller than that. And I just brewed regular coffee, pretty strong, and I like to sprinkle cinnamon on my grounds when I brew it. And that gives it some good flavor and a little bit of natural sweetness. Okay, so you're supposed to use a tablespoon of grass-fed butter and a tablespoon of unrefined cold-pressed coconut oil. I don't. I use about 1.5 teaspoons to a tablespoon of grass-fed butter. And just plop it right in there, down in that coffee. And then I use about a heaping teaspoon of the cold-pressed coconut oil, which comes in a jar and looks like Crisco, but so you have to soften it a little bit, but it is a very healthy fat. Just like avocados and olive oil is those MCT fats, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that before the group is done. And you put it in there, you make sure that it's vented or it'll explode on you. So I take the little middle part out, and I'm going to make a loud noise, and I put a towel over the top. Now, watch this. Watch what happens. Right now you can kind of see how it's clear. Watch. Now, after you've blended it for about 30 seconds, you're going to notice, and I did a little bit less than that, but you're going to notice that it turns a nice creamy color. I like to use stevia in mine because I do still like it a little bit sweeter, but you don't have to. It's kind of, try it without it first. These are sweet drops. This is the vanilla cream, and I just use 2 of those in here. 1, 2. And then I blend it up again. Loud noise. Do you see how it's separating and we're getting a little bit of foam on top? Pretty exciting, huh? Okay, now watch. And I give it one more go, and I make sure that it's aerating really well. And that's it. And then when you pour it in your cup, you've got this beautiful creamy concoction, similar to hot chocolate as far as the consistency goes, which is nice. And you've got, I don't know if you can see this, you've got a nice foamy top, and in fact it'll leave like a milk mustache on me. And it's so delicious. And it tastes so decadent, and it is decadent. I wouldn't recommend a whole lot of these if you're trying to lose weight in a day, but 1 cup helps take the edge off of your hunger late in the afternoon and helps you save up for dinner. And these fats will make the fat in your body very bioavailable, so that as you're burning fat, and especially if you do your workouts late, you're going to get into those fat stores as your body's first choice of burn. So that is Bulletproof Coffee. Google it. You'll get a lot more information about why it is so good for you. I do it about 3 times a week. I'm not a huge fan of oil in my coffee, but it does taste delicious and decadent. And maybe it's just that I've gotten away from that richness. So Google it. Try it and see if you like it. And there's all kinds of different stevia out there. A couple of drops is all you need, though. Otherwise, it gets a little bitter. So, no sugar, nothing artificial, just wonderful, delicious coffee. See you guys around.